Okay, so on this tree tip, we're gonna give you a twofer, but always remember, my advice is worth what you pay for it. So we have a lot of demand for this particular plant, and it's understandable why. This is Betula utilis jacquemontii, or Himalayan birch, and it's probably one of the most white birches available. Really pretty white bark. You can see the exfoliation on the bark, and as it matures it will get whiter and whiter. The issue with this plant is it's a borer trap. There are serious borer problems with this plant. You need to keep it healthy, you need to keep it well watered, you need to avoid drought conditions. It's a probably 20-foot tall tree by maybe 15 to 18 feet wide, so it's relatively narrow. And you're going to play this up against evergreens because the white's really going to stand out. As an alternative to this tree, I will show you Dakota Pinnacle. This is a river birch that I'm real excited about. And I'm excited about it because river birch is not really prone to the extent that jacquemontii is on borer problems. And borers are an insect that literally bore in and out of the stem of the plant, clogging up the vascular system, and it ultimately will kill the plant. So this is Dakota Pinnacle. It's a river birch. It's less susceptible to borer problems. It is a bit wet site tolerant, and it's bred to be relatively narrow. So it's a good small space tree. And again, as this tree matures, the bark will be more and more white. It is not the white of a jacquemontii, but it's still relatively white. Can be used much in the same way a jacquemontii birch would be used. Again, probably 18 to 20 feet ultimately. This plant will tolerate full sun or a little bit of light shade. Same with the jacquemontii. And where you want a good pop of color, you want the eye to move in the landscape, either one of these trees would be more than acceptable. It would be a good plant to use. As an aside, if you've ever driven from the great state of New Jersey up into New England, you'll see as you start getting up towards Maine, more and more white birch in the landscape, and that's because it's colder. The summers are really too hot here for jacquemontii, and that's the issue. Whereas when you go further north, and that's our native paper birch, Betula papyrifera, that one thrives in colder climates. So we bring a paper birch down here, you're going to have the same experience you have with a jacquemontii birch. So this might be one that you want to try. And again, this is Betula nigra, Dakota Pinnacle, and both very good plants. This one might be a little more durable in the landscape.